Hey boys, it's HarmNone. Today we're going to be customizing the Declasse Rancher XL in GTA Online. And this is definitely a car that I don't think I've ever seen a customization of on YouTube, but it is a super sick car and you can make this thing look really clean. There's not a lot of customization options, but you can make it look really good. So let's get right into it here. Alright, so starting off, we have the armor brakes, engine, transmission, and the turbo already done on this car. So basically, it's just going to be cosmetic things. Whatever we can do to it, we're going to do. And you guys are going to see, I think by the end of the video, that this thing can actually be a super underrated and actually really cool SUV in GTA. So starting off with the lights, we're going to go xenon, of course. For the plate, we're going to go yellow on black. For the respray, I am thinking of going for a stone silver for both the primary and the secondary. And the suspension, we could lower it all the way down. You do get a decent amount of suspension travel with this thing, but I do want to keep it raised because it is more of an off-road sort of vehicle, so we're going to keep it raised up. For the wheels, we're going to go for some off-roads, and I think we are going to go for the concave rally master. I've already customized this thing once before, and it looks really good with how I'm about to do it. At least in my opinion. You guys might not like it, but I do, so hopefully you guys do too. For the tires, we could put tire lettering on it. It is kind of clean on this thing. I almost want to do it. No, I think I'm just going to leave it stock. And last but not least, let's tint out the windows all the way. So as you guys can see, it looks pretty good, I think. In my opinion, it's very good looking. Let's take it down to the ground. We're going to do a sound test and a little bit of an off-road test, as well as a little tiny review on the road. Doesn't sound too great, but that's okay. It's a cool vehicle. It's definitely not a performance vehicle, but it is a cool vehicle. I want to test if this thing is all-wheel drive. It is all-wheel drive. Okay, that's cool. All right, let's take it out. So off the line, quite a bit of wheel spin. Not really as much as I was expecting, but there is a lot. So, you know, something to watch out for, I guess. The acceleration itself is not very good, but that's not to say that it's not a great car. I would still definitely recommend picking one of these things up if you see one on the street. I mean, it's free, literally, so just take it, put it in your garage, and customize it when you got the money or when you want to. Sort of a rainy day project, maybe. It does actually handle pretty decently, surprisingly. Not really any complaints with the handling. It's actually nice. It's nice to drive. It's pretty responsive for being like an old SUV or an old, you know, well, yeah, it is an old SUV, I do suppose. I was about to say a truck with a canopy, but it definitely does not have a canopy, so. But yeah, guys, the acceleration's, I mean, it's not great, but it's also not like god-awful either. And the handling is honestly pretty good. I have really no complaints with the handling whatsoever. It's actually decent. So we're going to take this thing off-road now. We're going to bring it up this hill and see how far we can make it and if it has any sort of issues getting up the hill. So not so far. It's handling things pretty well. Obviously, most cars or, you know, trucks, whatever it is in GTA can actually do this. So it's not saying a hell of a lot, but it is a, you know, pretty decent off-roader, I feel like. We're going to get into like a more real test here. I think I'm going to go from a standstill here and see if this thing can make it up this hill. Alright, here we go. Let's see if we can make it up this hill. Ooh. Barely, honestly. That was not very good. Honestly, I thought because it was like kind of a slower moving vehicle that it might get a little bit of extra traction when it comes to like, you know, going uphill at an angle. Unfortunately, it seems like I was pretty wrong. However, you know, even if it's not a cool off-road vehicle, I still think it is just a cool vehicle to have. I don't think I've ever seen somebody driving a customized one of these in GTA Online in the entire time that I've played it, which is, you know, since 2 weeks after the release of Grand Theft Auto 5. So definitely, I'd say if you want a car that is super rare to bring to, like, I don't know, a truck meet or an off-road meet or a car meet even, this might be a car for you. It's super underrated, like I said. Never seen anybody driving it. You might want to check it out. Declasse Rancher XL, boys. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for the customization and the review today. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like. If not, dislike. Subscribe if you guys are new. and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, take care. Peace.